Good morning, everybody. It is September 8th, 2025, and it's the favorite time of our week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. And hi, everybody. My name's Paul.
Oh, good morning, everyone. This is Bev.
And we have with us a very special guest today, Elizabeth Romo. We're going to call her Ellie because that's what she goes by. She used to go by Esby. Remember those days?
I do.
Hi, Ellie.
Hi,
Hi, Ellie.
Beth and Paul.
And
I'm so
Ellie
excited.
is with us from Mexico, Aguas Calientes. Is that how you pronounce that? Aguas
Yeah,
Caliente?
that was perfect.
There
Aguas
you go. You
calientes.
taught me
That,
well.
yes, I did. Good, good.
So we're gonna share. We wanted to have some of our certified practitioners and instructors on with us, and Ellie said yes, I'll do it. And now
Yes,
she's
sir.
petrified of what she'll say.
You bet.
She's
You
been
can
on
bet
our
a
show
bit.
before, just to remind ourselves.
Right.
It's not her first rodeo with
Not our
classes.
first rodeo. So, very first thing we're going to start off with. You became certified in 2002.
Ooh,
That's a
That's
long
right.
time ago.
Long time ago,
wow.
and I'm so happy to share it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, I think
we're
you are probably one of the longest standing certified practitioners we have who are active right now.
Mhm.
So,
I
I
think
It's
am.
so.
it's awesome. Yeah. And that was here in Tucson. Yeah. Why don't you tell us how you even found BioTouch back in those days? Can you remember that far back?
Of
It-
course, I do. It was a very special, very, very special memory I keep in my mind because I quit to practice Reiki, at that time. And my very, very best friend, Marilyn Jacobs, who is a wonderful person, and she all of a sudden let me know, that there was going to be a health fair and that I should have, I should go, then. So I said, I'm not practicing anymore Reiki. No, you have to be there. She's one of these people, who has a special gifts in her
Right.
brain, in her
yeah.
mind. So she said, I don't know, but you have to be there. No, but I won't do anything. Don't worry. Just take your table, your therapy table, and you stay there doing nothing, but be there. So I did. I went, because she was really, I mean, intense. So yeah, I went. And I kept just, staring at everybody doing their therapies or, selling whatever they were doing there. And I saw Lynette doing biotouch and somebody sitting on a chair. And I was, like so attracted. Something dragged me to her, to keep looking because she was using her two fingers of each hand and she was, touching very softly, very tenderly, on the neck of this person sitting right there. And I noticed the person was with, her eyes. I don't remember if it was a woman or a man. That I don't remember. So, but the look on that person's face was so relaxed, so in peace. And I was like, that looked interesting. And that was like 2 rows away from me. So later on, I went to find out, and they gave me, some paper with the open house, you know, the open house and announced. And then later on some days later, I called, and a very, very gentle man answered the phone to me. And this was you, Paul. And which I was really amazed that the, you know, president, director, whoever you want to call him, I mean, the founder of the foundation answered the call. So, and I said, I want to know about the classes. And he gave me the information. So all of a sudden he said, why don't you come over? Are you busy now? And I said, no. Why don't you come over? So I did. And when I got there, in the living room was packed with all these boxes that you used to send, the manual, and at that time it was a video cassette, and you were packing them and sitting on the carpet. So he said, "You want to join me?" And I said, "Well, yes, I'm always happy to help wherever I go. Whichever is the place, I don't care. I love to help. I can be, right there, by doing nothing." So I started helping you. And this was really, really like magic, because all of a sudden I turned around and all the boxes were gone. Because as soon as we were packing that, some helpers were taking them, I bet, to send them by mail. And then I told you, after you explained to me about the classes and the prices, I said, "But I have no money right now." So you said, "You already paid." I said, "You are confused with, with other person." And said, "No, you already paid." And he meant that I paid by helping. And then I started, taking the classes. And then I did, of course, the first, some words get out, away from my mind. And, uh, and then the certification, and I did. And then one day he said, "Would you be interested in becoming an instructor?" And I was, thinking a little bit for a few seconds. And then he said, "Before you answer, let me tell you, if you do, you don't know what you're going to get yourself, you don't imagine what you're going to get yourself in." And he was right. He was right. And if I remember well, Todd was uh,
Right.
was,
Yeah.
in
Instructor
charge,
coordinator, right?
the instructor coordinator. Thank you. So he was tough, but I like that. I like when somebody makes me, makes difficult things for me, because then I have to give more. And I remember you said that I lasted more than everybody else, to become an instructor. It took me really a while. I don't remember how long, but it was great, because I felt that with the class, I was pushed in my being some buttons that I didn't know they existed.
Mhm.
So I became, little by little, I think, a better and a better and a better person. I was passing through a lot, you remember?
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah, with my marriage and all that.
Oh yeah.
So, yes. Oh, yeah.
Those were the days. You got any questions,
Oh,
Bev? Here.
Well, I guess I'm kind of curious what you're doing these days in Mexico with
what am
biotouch.
I doing these days in Mexico? Well, I am trying to settle down my life, because it's been like a twister for so long,
Yeah.
for so long, but I go with it.
22 years it's been a
Yeah.
twister.
Yes, and so far I'm with that twister, changing and moving and all that. But I'm very proud to say, Bev, that I'm a very different person from the first day that I went to see Paul at the
Wow,
biohouse. Yes,
that's great.
biotouch has moved in me very good, very good feelings. And it's so easy for me now go through all what I'm going through right now.
Hmm.
It's way easier, and not getting stuck with bad feelings for anybody, which is great.
Wonderful.
Have you had a chance to share BioTouch down there in Mexico
Of
area, or
course,
yeah?
yes, yes.
What's
Any opportunity I have, yeah.
yeah? What's the response down there?
Well, first of all, and this is, this admires me when I am in a store, when I'm any place out from the place where I'm living right now, my little house, because it's very tiny right now. And when they shared about any health problems they have, even with, being so moody, or anger, which is very easy
Yeah.
to find. And I say, you
Yes.
know what? This technique really helped me because I was very bitter, very, very bitter a long time ago. And that's not me anymore, thanks God. And biotouch arises the best of you about being kind, loving, understanding, patient, uh, gentle, all the best feelings that the creator had gave us, right? That's the way I share it, respecting everybody's faith belief. So, and the way that I have changed and that I share with them, they feel, that I understand that. Oh, I'm sorry for this. I thought I took the sound away. Oh, sorry. There you go.
Nice music.
It's the angels. It's the
Yeah,
angels
that's
sound.
right.
Yes, 11:11. So that's why the alarm is for.
Oh,
So they,
interesting.
yes, they feel, they I understand them. So they go like, well, what is this about? And I say, only touching extremely gently, like a butterfly lands on your skin. And
Yeah.
they go like, oh. And then I see that question mark in their eyes. And
Right.
I said, I add, this is a challenge for your mind. I understand that. How come something so soft can help you even with
Yeah.
serious health problems? And then I say, yeah, I've been doing this for 20, 23
Yeah.
years now, 23 years now.
Yep.
And everywhere I go, if I'm traveling, if I'm in a bus, if I'm in the store, if I'm visiting somebody, and if I have the change, I go for it. I go for it.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
So it's interesting that your little bell went off at 11:11 your time because Bev and I were
Oh,
just talking about those
we
numbers.
were.
And so with that 11:11 number, and we won't go much into what that means,
Yeah.
but what would you like to see? What's your vision for BioTouch on a global level?
In a global level.
Yeah.
You remember I'm very sensitive. So tears are trying to get out from my eyes. Um, in a global level, I really think that it should be learned by everybody in this world, in this planet. So maybe you haven't noticed, but I've tried so far, and I keep going to share it everywhere I go. I have traveled far, not recently in these recent months, and but when you said that now we can teach to line in line, I was so happy, really so happy, because in this trip I recently did because of the monks, um, there were various, several people interested, and they said, well, we have to wait a little bit so we can bring you over, and then get people interested, so it's going to be way easier. So I am so pleased, and thank you a lot, for this opportunity. But as I already said, and I share the book, by Deborah,
Right.
uh, yeah, in the part where she says the three energies that are, that work on us when we share biotouch. This is what I talk about all the time, because people need peace and happiness in their inside. People need peace right now in around my city, and the city where I'm living. It's very, very hot. This is the way we say it in Spanish, caliente. It's very caliente,
Hmm.
because it's been happening a lot of things, very bad people with weapons,
Yeah.
and doing very bad things. So
Yeah.
that's very sad. And with biotouch and the energy that I share, and that I know very well that something comes out from us like light when we love, when we call these feelings to us, to ourselves, and then we share them away, like covering, with that line. we can help a lot. We can really help.
Yeah.
You know, those people, I know that they are sad, they are mad with
Yeah.
whatever they have lived, before. And if they hear somebody saying, I understand you, I'm with you,
Mm-hmm.
you start moving them.
Wow. You, you know, that reminds me back in the 60s when we were protesting and people would stand in front of the guns with flowers, that,
Yes.
remember those little, yeah, we would stand there with these. So now I'm like, let's stand with our fingers.
Yeah.
If we
There
get
you
the whole
go.
globe putting up their fingers
Yeah.
and touching, let me see if I can touch your finger there.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it's revolutionary, and we're so grateful that you're there in Mexico. For all of you out there, we also have the manual in Spanish, and the videos are in Spanish, and and Ellie is happy to communicate with you in Spanish. She does really well speaking English. In fact, when we used to do classes, she would be she used to do translating here in
Yeah,
this country, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the courts or something. So
I
she's real
remember.
good at understanding English and Spanish, and is more than happy to help you out. As she said, via the internet is easy. We can do virtual trainings, and
Yeah.
um, wow, you are always an inspiration.
No,
Yes.
thank you so much, Paul.
Yes, always an inspiration.
We're so happy that you're doing your
Do we?
beautiful work in
Thank you,
your
Val.
life and sharing BioTouch. It's I think the world, wherever you live on this planet right now, we all need more of that.
We
So
do.
thank you, Ellie, for all you do for on behalf of humanity, not just for our foundation, but you're representing love out there
Yes,
in
you
BioTouch.
just use the right word. Love,
Yeah,
Yeah.
love, love. Do we have few minutes more to share?
couple minutes. Yeah,
Okay. Do you remember Benjamin Beebe?
yes, I do.
Okay, so the first day he went to the foundation, I was so lucky to attend him doing biotech on him. And later on, because he always went every Saturday, and then he started always bringing something for me, like a frappe, fruit, vegetables. When I had flu anyway, whatever. And then I said one day, no, you don't need to bring anything. And he said, oh, you don't know what you've done for me. And I was like, I have done biotouch so far every Saturday for you. And he said, no, the very first day I came, I was ready to take my life away.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And but I remember I had the appointment with BioTouch, which was a little bit hilarious, because he said, I can't fail. I can't let them down. I have to go. I must go. So he was right there. You know, he quit at that very moment. Because he explained with details that he had everything ready to do it.
Wow.
And then he went, and then I said, why did you come back? Because I don't know what you did on me, touching those points so softly. I hardly felt when you were touching. And I felt the most important person in the world.
Hmm.
I felt so special. You made
Oh,
me feel so special. And I said, it wasn't me, it was biotouch,
Wow.
the energy of biotouch. And
oh,
these days, I have the special letter he wrote for me and for
Wow.
biotouch.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, that is a perfect note to end on, and we hope all of you out there will feel special and reach out and touch someone else to help them feel special. I think that's a great, great thought
it
to
is.
hold here at
It's
the
that
end.
rippling
Yes.
that 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 circle,
Yep.
goes on indefinitely, that chain. Yeah.
So thank you, Ellie. Thank you. It's wonderful to see you. Thanks for sharing your heart. And
Yes.
thank you all for letting us into your home, and keep on making people feel special. Just touch.
I
Bye,
will, my
everybody.
dear.
Thank you, Ellie.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you both. I love you.
Love you.
I can feel the pain in sunshine or rain. so it's not caused by the weather. But it doesn't hurt that much after I feel your loving touch and we spend some time together. You take my pain away each and every day. You're an angel from heaven on high. Your butterfly touch helps me heal so much, and I get better as time goes by. You take my pain